Another day, another road trip, but this one is extremely special. Tomorrow starts the first day of the rest of my life, and I'm super pumped about it. I'll get into it a little bit later, but first, we have a 5-hour road trip ahead of us. And of course, we're taking the FL5. Gas acquired, it's time to go. Road trip number 3, baby, you ready?
Let's do this thing.
I feel like this is very fitting on how all of this is ending up lining up. So yesterday we were actually at the IMSA race, which was absolutely epic. And what we're doing for this video is the next step in life and what's getting me to where I want to go. And then after this, which I guess technically doesn't count as a road trip because I'm not driving there, also kind of plays a role in what's happening as well today. But before we get too far into it, we got the drive and it's 5 hours. Oh, that's brutal. I'll see you guys in 5 hours. Again, Chris, before you start this montage that's about to happen in the vlog, incredible. Everything's loaded in the back. We're heading 5 hours for one of the most epic weeks of my life. It's gonna be a good one. This place is kind of sick. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. Wouldn't be much of a road trip if we didn't end on a late night and some freaking canes. Quick Airbnb check. This place is pretty rad. 5 hours later and we have, whoa, this place is huge, dude. There we go. Look at this, dude. Nice. Super dope. This is gonna be our home for the next 5 days. Quick upstairs tour. So much space for activities. Okay, it's pretty late, 9:30. We've got to unpack all of our stuff, eat some food, and the fun starts tomorrow. Morning, guys. Welcome to Radford Racing School, guys. This is the reason we drove 5 hours out to Arizona, and that's because we're doing a full racing school. This is a dream come true. For a lot of you guys that have been watching the channel for a while now, you know that I've been racing for about 4 to 5 years, and I really want to take the next step in my career, and that is exactly what Radford Racing School is going to help me do. Throughout my entire time racing and learning how to race, I've never had professional help, and that's something that I really wanted to get in order to not only just improve my personal skills, but like I said, get to the next level into what I want to do. I love racing, I love what I get to do, and I want to take that next step forward to progress me in my career. Not only are we going to be getting professional help today and professional guidance on a track, how to properly drive a car control, etc. At the end of this school, we're going to be able to complete the class and get my racing license in order to be able to compete in wheel-to-wheel racing and hopefully professional racing down the road. That's the goal for this, is to complete this, get my racing license, to hopefully step foot in the professional racing world, and I'm going to take you guys for every step of the way. I'm coming into this completely blind. I wanted to be completely surprised, see what we can get into. The whole goal for this is to show you guys what it's like to come to a racing school, how it is going through the school, getting your license, and beyond. And I want to show some of you guys, like I really like to do, that you don't have to be a professional race car driver or know how to drive in order to come to one of these schools. You guys can do this too and get professional help, which is really awesome and extremely worth it depending on how far you want to go. I want to take you guys for an in-depth, step-by-step look at getting my racing license and showing you exactly what Radford Racing School is all about. So I guess without further ado, it's time to head inside and see what we're getting ourselves into. All right, here goes nothing. So for those of you guys that don't know, Radford Racing is technically a 3-day school, but you can do the 4-day school and complete the classifications for your SCCA racing license, which is exactly what I'm doing. So I can leave this school and get right to racing, which is what I'm super excited to do. Now, like I said, I have zero idea on what to expect, but I am extremely excited, coming in open-minded, because like I said, only thing I've ever learned on track is what I've taught myself while driving and what I've had other people at the track and my friends tell me. I've never had professional help. So I am so excited to just learn, take everything I can in and really utilize everything that I learn going forward when tracking or hopefully wheel-to-wheel racing my cars. So let's go ahead and get inside and see what we're gonna get into. The man himself. What's up, Mark? Good morning. Thank you for having me. Come here.
How you doing?
What's up, dude? I am so excited, and I know all of them are excited too.
Oh, cool. Good morning.
So if you guys haven't gathered it yet, Radford Racing here runs all Dodges. So Mark, today what are we gonna be driving? Or I guess for the entire class, what are we gonna be driving?
Yeah, we're gonna be driving a SRT Hellcat.
I have never...
Incredible car. We're gonna have a lot of fun, very different than what you're used to.
Never in my life have I driven something like that. As heavy, that much power, but I'm excited to be like outside of my comfort zone and do something that I've never done before. Because this week's all about learning, and I'm excited just to show them like the stages of first day all the way to 4th day when we're, you know, finishing the class. So right now we're just getting a tour of the garage and everything that's going on here. Radford Racing also has F4 cars, which we'll probably get to take a little bit of a look at. So just go see what we can find.
Perfect.
Classroom sesh number 1 is down. So this is going to be very interesting. There's a lot of moving parts here. We're going to start very slow and gradually move our way up. I'm very excited. Radford Racing is one of the, if not the best racing school you can come to. And I'm excited just to take everything in, like I said. So first off, what they said is we're going to learn proper braking technique, trail braking, and line driving. So I don't really know how I'm gonna film everything just yet, but we're gonna get as much footage as I can and try and take you guys along every step of the way. So just put my shoes on, we're gonna get ready and hop in the car. Well, here's the race car for the week. We are driving a 392 Dodge Challenger. Very interesting from anything else that we've ever driven, but what's great about this, guys, is it's gonna teach us complete car control. This thing is big, it's heavy, but it's fast, and we're gonna be racing on all season tires. So definitely not what we're used to with the R compound, but this is gonna be epic. We just got to lay the land with our instructor here, and now it's time to hop into the cars. Like I told you guys, today's gonna be very basic. We're gonna be slaloming, learning brake lines, trail braking, all the stuff that, you know, generally I've been practicing, but hopefully I can improve today and even break any bad habits or learn what I may be doing wrong, which I'm super pumped for. But give you guys a little walkthrough of the car. It's pretty sick. Oh, look at these couch seats, dude. We do have a harness bar in the back, which is kind of cool. Very nice. This is what we're gonna be ripping around all day. Like I said, I'm not too sure how I'm able to lay this out, and while I'm driving, obviously I want to pay attention to the instructors and learnings, but I'm trying to give you guys every little bit of info that I learn in case you guys want to come out here as well. And later on we will be on the big track here, but for now, let's go to the kind of like infield road course, autocross course, whatever you want to call it, and learn some basics. I'm gonna throw my GoPro in the car, and we got Chris out here getting some shots and see what we can make out of it. Next up, we actually have an evasive maneuver course, which is kind of reaction time. We're gonna go down a straightaway, they flash a light, and whichever light flashes, we have to maneuver to that lane. Well, first half of the day down, Now we are here at lunch break. We got done with all, I think, what was the basics, and obviously stuff to just get your brain moving like I was saying. But it's pretty cool watching the other classes out here that have been here for a couple of days running on the track now, which we'll get to eventually. Start with the basics first and then obviously move up. But so far it's been awesome just refreshing on all the stuff that you generally should know. And for anybody that's never driven on track before, this is so beneficial to learn this stuff early. Stuff that I wish I could have done when I first started driving. I've gotten taught from people at the track helping me. This is really cool. So lunch break, and then I think we have a classroom session before we go up our next sessions, which I'm not too sure what we're doing yet, but of course keep you guys updated. Dude, they're getting spicy out there. Classroom session for today is done. Now I think for the rest of the day, it's just mainly car control. But yeah, you guys will see it. It'll be a lot of fun. And tomorrow I think is when we get on the big track. Today is more of the fundamentals. So let's get after it. Next up we have heel towing, which I'm pretty familiar with, but it's very different in a car this big. But it's a lot of fun. It's got so much power, very different than what I'm used to in our car, but it's good to learn the basics in something totally different. Alright, this is the fun part of the day here. We're inching on the last parts of day one, and here we are on a small oval track where we are basically going to learn proper braking technique and proper apex in technique to kind of help like learning a new track and etc. So here we go. We are eating these puppies up. 5,000 pounds of fury right here. Day one complete. What an epic day. Now I know this is just the start and we're learning the very minimum basics, but guys, we have 4 days out here. They really want us to get the fundamentals of these cars down before we go just full send. Now, are these set up like a race car? Absolutely not, but that just sets us up even better for when we are driving the race car. So like I said, the whole goal for today was just to learn the basics, and each day we're going to progress incrementally. Like tomorrow, I think we have some oversteer and understeer modules that we're going to be running, and then we'll be moving on to the track. And from there, you know, we'll go to the big track and so on and so on. And at the end, getting our SCCA license so that we can actually properly compete and race wheel to wheel, which I am so stoked for. So to wrap up today, we actually worked on our heel toe downshift, which is actually nice to brush up on, especially on something as weird as this. The pedals are super spaced out. Like I said, this is 5,000 pounds of fury. It's different than anything I've driven before. So again, working on the basics, heel toe downshift, and then like I told you guys, we went to the oval track and just worked on our turn in and braking, essentially just getting the basics down before we go full send on this. Again, this is just day 1 out of 4. We're going to incrementally increase. But our day 1 is complete, but I mean, not really complete for us because we have a special surprise. The whole reason that we drove the FL5 out here is because our friend Mark that actually works here at Radford Racing is allowing us to hop on track on the Radford Racing track with the FL5, and I thought it'd be a cool day just to end our first day here and get the FL5 out on track and get some seat time in that car before we, you know, do the rest of the time in the Challenger. So I think we're just gonna relax, hang out for a bit, and once they open up their track, we'll get the FL5 set up and get out there. Track mode engaged. All right, it's time to end our day and just take out the FL5 for some fun laps. This will actually be really good to kind of get the lay of the land as well, but also sun setting, we're gonna get some really cool shots, and I'm never gonna turn down the chance to take the Type R on track, so let's go have some fun laps. Whew. And that is a wrap for day one. Talk about a long day. We've been at it since 7 this morning and it is currently 7:22 in the afternoon, and we gotta go back home, eat, and do this all over again 3 more days. But also can't complain. What else would I rather be doing? This is incredible. Day one was definitely one for the books. I learned so much, especially just doing the little session with the FL5. I learned a ton. It's great getting one-on-one time with the instructors as well, like especially in my own car. That helped a ton. So like I keep saying, each day is gonna get incrementally harder and harder, so I'm excited to see what tomorrow throws at us. And of course, we're gonna take you guys along, but for now, day one is over. See you guys for day number 2. Oh yes. Good morning guys, welcome back to Radford Racing for day number 2 of racing school. Getting more in depth with the dynamics of the car, rotation, and hopefully hitting the track today. You ready for this?
Let's do it, man.
Oh, God. I'm so tired, but I'm super excited to take you guys along for number 2 and just take one step closer to getting our racing license to full send when we're out of this place. I'm super stoked. So gotta go inside, get all set up, and figure out what we're doing for today.
To the 9.5 for a corner like turn 9 there, use to get to it right away, right? Instead of staying full pressure, you'll get to it, hold it for as long as necessary.
Are we ready for day 2, Chris?
We're ready for day 2.
We're back in my majestic steed. Okay, day number 2 is going to consist of, once again, start of the day is going to be techniques again. We're doing braking. We're starting with hard braking and find the braking threshold, which is something that I do need to work on as well, is learning how to modulate the pedal and figure out your brake pressure when you're coming into a corner. That's something that I'm super stoked to learn on and touch up on. First up, brake pressure. Next up, we have oversteer and understeer in their skid cars, which we'll show you guys. I don't think there's any back here right now. We'll show you guys when we get to the actual module. Is it over there?
Purple one right over there.
Oh yeah, you probably can't see it in the camera, but it's crazy. And that's something that's really gonna help us, especially oversteer with the M2. Being able to perfect that is gonna be huge, and that's what we'll be working on the first half of the day. And then, I don't know if this is wishful thinking, but I think we get on the track at the end of the day. So we'll see, let's have some fun, day number 2.
So I've read
Alright, we have our first braking exercise here. 3rd gear, 65, learning how to use brake pressure.
Go for it.
And doing an evasive maneuver. So, and that's especially important, especially for what I want to do in wheel-to-wheel racing. If there's a collision in front of me, or an object in front of me that comes up suddenly, this is really going to help out. All right. Module 2 and 3 down. The last one was very cool. We did oversteer techniques, which is really cool in their skid car. I didn't have a chance to, intro that for you guys, but Chris, I think, did a good job getting some clips. Dude, that thing was wild.
Yeah.
It's very interesting going from like a uncontrolled oversteer situation to a controlled oversteer situation. So it was kind of cool to be put in that situation. But now we're heading back to the oval and kind of building off what we learned yesterday, where we're doing the oval, which was, corner entry and corner exit, but also adding in downshifting into that. So heel toe downshifting into the corner, and then obviously, exiting corner, all that stuff. So that one should be like a shorter module session kind of thing, but very, very good to know, or very, very good to practice, especially for when we get onto the bigger track. So got some fun. Halfway through day 2 now, mainly just getting techniques down, downshifting, proper turn in, turn out techniques. But yeah, overall, everything's been super good. I've learned a lot, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the school has in store for us. So, like I said, we're having a little bit of a lunch break, and once we come back from lunch, sort of it, we are going on track. Super hyped about that. Number one, first bit of track driving, which we can kind of take everything that we've learned so far and put it into like a full circuit track. That'd be fun. Also, we're gonna do a bunch of laps, probably for the rest of the day. Just have some fun, get used to the cars, because the rest of the school is all track driving, which is gonna be awesome. So let's go see what these things can do. That's a wrap. Day number 2 complete. End of the day was awesome. Getting to just kind of have free reign in the Challengers on the track was so much fun, and kind of got to see what those things can do. Now, got to put what we were learning the first day and a half to test, and then tomorrow is when the real fun happens, because tomorrow starts pretty much all track stuff. It's really getting really hammering in everything that we learned, and probably learning new stuff, doing lots of lead follows, learning from the instructors, and gaining the knowledge that I need to be on track. It's to be all track for the next 2 days, and I'm super excited. But that's a wrap for today. But holy heck yeah. Got your stuff?
Thank you.
Well, this is the end of the line for Chris. Get some rest. Chris, come here, brother. Thank you for all the good work.
I'll see you at home.
Everybody say thank you to Chris in the comments and tell him, give him some shit for leaving me early. But I'll see him back home. We still have 2 more days. Let's head back to the Airbnb and get some rest. Oh, yeah. And that is a wrap for day number 2. We got 2 days left to go. I am beat. You don't realize how much driving and like being in the sun all day takes it out of you, especially when you're driving and driving hard too. It beats you up, but I've been learning so much, really applying it to what we're doing at the school, and I'm stoked to take all this knowledge back with me back home, just for normal track days, but also to get into wheel to wheel. It's gonna be so much fun, and I can't wait to take you guys every step of the way. Like I said, we got 2 days left. I'm gonna go ahead and dump all this footage, get ready for day number 3, and take you guys along. I think it's pretty much just gonna be all day track driving, so also manual focus. Can't wait to put everything to the test and just finish out this school. We have all day tomorrow and all day Thursday, and at the end of the day Thursday, we graduate with our full SCCA competition license, which is awesome. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning for day number 3. Good morning, guys. Day number 3. It's early, but I'm super ready to get back out there. I feel like I've been repeating myself this whole video, but I'm just so stoked on all the knowledge that I'm gaining, and for these next 2 days, especially with all the track time that we're about to get. I think today's gonna be a lot of lead follow to learn different techniques and stuff like that. I'm just excited to see what's in store. So I'm gonna get ready for the day, and I'll see you guys back at Radford Racing. Day. I know, oh, it sounds so good. I I know I haven't filmed much for day 4, but we have literally been at the track all day just perfecting our driving, perfecting the skills that we've been learning and practicing throughout the entire event. I mean, it is insane how much driving time we actually get. I mean, the driving ratio versus like classroom is nuts. We're in the car almost 90% of the time, but that's not to say that we don't get instruction, because there is also a ton of instruction, which is awesome as well. But yeah, I thought I'd just pop in real fast. I know day 4 has been kind of slow for filming at least, but that's because we've literally been on track all day, so much so that I ran my car out of gas. It is completely out of gas now, but super awesome day out here on the West track. It's really cool because tomorrow what I really wanted to work on at this school is knowing how to figure out a track without ever having seen it before. And tomorrow we actually head on to the main track, which is completely different from where we're at today. We're going in blind and we just gotta go run it. And again, another whole day on the track with the Challenger. So day 4, awesome. But again, we're not done after school because we got one extra activity that we're doing, and I'm super excited to take you guys along. The most seat time that I may have ever gotten in a single day. If you hear that behind me, there's currently a lockup. There's currently an F4 race going on behind me for, well, I don't know if I'm technically allowed to say, but we can't film any of it unfortunately, but it's the sickest thing ever. Wheel to wheel F4 going down on the main track here. So I was just watching it for the end of the day. So epic. But yeah, day 4 down, lots of track time. Really getting comfortable in those Challengers. I know I didn't film a ton today, but I am here solo now, so it's a lot harder for me to get footage, but I'm trying to get as much GoPro and as much coverage as I can for you guys so you can understand the school, because it really has been invaluable, all the lessons that I've learned and the things that I'm gonna go home with. A whole new skill set. It's gonna be sick. But we gotta head out now because we're heading to Scottsdale to go meet up with a friend to actually get a tattoo. If you guys remember Leo, he did my initial D tattoo. We're getting a new one today and I figured I'd take you guys along. We're only here for one more day, so I'm gonna go knock it out tonight and then we have one more day of driving tomorrow. Let's go. Well, we made it. Downtown Phoenix. So this is why we came down here. What's up, dude? We got the initial D tattoo. This time we're back for something a little bit different. Check that out. You guys know I love dinosaurs. Had to do it. Leo's a master with it. So dope. Nice. So fire. Crush it. Dude, what was that, like 30 minutes?
Yeah, easy.
Dang. Now we got 2. Initial D and a little T-Rex. So good. New tattoo goofing, boys. Yes. Peace out, brother. Sick tattoo. Success. Right. Oh, we made it. It is getting pretty late, but wrap on day number 3. You guys know how this goes. Time to dump all the footage, charge all the batteries, and get ready for day number 4. Day number 3 was awesome. Tons of track time, really perfecting everything that we've been learning the past 3 days, and I am absolutely exhausted. The last 3 days of driving has really caught up to me, so I'm gonna try and get an early night's rest, so I'm completely prepared for day number 4, which is our last and final day to get our competition, our full competition license, which I am super hyped about. I mean, who knows what doors this is gonna open up and the new opportunities that are gonna come our way, and I can't wait to take you guys along for. With that being said, I wanna make sure I am completely prepared for graduation. Amazing day number 3, and I will see you guys in the morning for our last and final day, day number 4. Last day, baby! Oh, I'm so hyped. This is it, boys. Game time. It is our last and final day here at school, and this time we're on the big track. You guys saw us here the first night when we took the F05, but this is the first time that we're gonna be here in the Challengers. We have another all day on the main track, which is super exciting. Just learning a new track. Again, putting down the techniques that we've been learning this whole time and finishing this school out. And by the time that we're done, I'm going to be a completely licensed competition driver. And I'm so damn pumped because that just starts the next chapter in our story. And I can't wait to take you guys along. So right now I'm just getting settled into the car. Gotta adjust my harnesses, adjust my seat, get my helmet all ready, and we'll be ready to send. I'm super excited to be on this track with the Challengers because this is a much faster track and a much more technical track. And this one I think is going to be a little bit more difficult than the West track, and which is good, of course, because if I can drive this car fast, then I can pretty much drive any car fast. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get geared up and get you guys on the GoPro and we'll go have some fun. So again, our last day was pretty much all day on the track, which was fantastic. Like I've been saying this entire time, this is the most track time that I've ever actually had in a consecutive 4 days, especially for racing school. This was so awesome. Throughout these days, I learned so much, and a couple of my major takeaways were definitely keeping my eyes up and looking where I want to go, not where I'm actually going. That's gonna help out a ton when learning a new track. But also learning how to brake properly and using that brake threshold to where I'm not using full pedal every single time I brake, kind of figuring out percentages of the pedal and easing into it or modulating the pedal as well. And even properly trail braking, I wasn't even doing that correctly. And there's so much to go into detail with, but that's what's so great about these schools is that you get the opportunity to do that. So today was the day where I got to essentially learn a completely new track and use all the skills that I learned throughout this entire school on this one day, and it was awesome. So not only did I get to drive, but I also got to chase some of the instructors, give them ride-alongs. I mean, it was a ton of fun to finish our last day. Absolute shredder. So after we had our fun all day, all 4 days actually, it was time to do what we actually came here to do. We completed the 4-day Radford Racing School and got our license.
So Dustin, come on up. Congratulations. Thank you.
It is officially official. Check this out. We are now a completely licensed, good to go racing car driver. This is what we came all the way out for. And aside just from getting my racing license, so now that we are able to fully compete and fully wheel-to-wheel race, I learned so much. The knowledge that I'm going home with is completely invaluable. I mean, the reassurance, the knowledge from the instructors, the one-on-one time, the seat time, I don't know where else you could get it. I mean, I've never had so much seat time in my life, and so much of this I actually needed. You guys know how often I do track days and how much I'm at the track, and that's just me. No instructors, no one telling me what to do. Sometimes, you guys know, honestly, I have no idea what to do. But coming home with this, with actual licensing and teachings from professionals, I mean, this is a complete game changer, and Radford Racing has truly changed my life. And this is the next step in life where I want to go. And with what we're doing here, I mean, this is the next step, and you guys are quite literally coming along with me. And also, don't let that deter you. Not everybody has to want to do racing to come here. If you guys are interested in learning how to drive your car better or be a better driver in general, Radford has a class for everybody. You don't have to come do the 4-day and get your racing license. You can come do a 3-day, 2-day, 1-day, whatever the case is, and learn how to just drive, learn how to properly do an autocross, or learn how to be a beginner on the track. I mean, there's a step for everybody, and to be completely honest, I could not recommend it anymore. I mean, to be fair, I was a little bit skeptical coming in, but I came in with an open mind just to absorb everything, and that is truly what I did. Even the things that I already knew are now better, and the things I was doing wrong are completely fixed, and I cannot wait to implement everything that I learned here into the tracks back home and beyond. Radford Racing, like I already said, has changed my life, and I'm so excited to see where this takes me. We are now a licensed race car driver. The feeling is indescribable. I wish I could stay. I feel like loading up here, I'm leaving my second home now, but it's already 5 o'clock and I have a 4.5 hour drive home. After 4 days of all day driving, learning, I am exhausted, but I'm gonna power through it and we're gonna make it home. We're gonna load all my stuff in and we gotta head back to the shop to unload. But Radford Racing, thank you guys so much, and thank you to all the incredible instructors here, William, Zach, Macy, everybody. You guys are incredible. Thank you, and hopefully I make you guys proud when I'm out on the track. So with that, let's go and load up everything and get out of here. Mark, we did it. Remember the first day we were here? Awesome. I am a race car driver now, Mark, and because of you guys.
Yeah, no. You did incredible. We're so happy to have you out here.
And now that I'm a race car driver, time to enter in some races and then come back for the advanced stuff to really hone in on.
Get you in the open wheel.
Ooh, the F4. I couldn't show them the F4 stuff because of the deal, but
all right,
next time for sure.
We'll see what it's like behind the wheel.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man. I have the first.
Macy, thank you. Absolutely killed it. I am always strapped. What do we think for real?
Oh shit, I'm just gonna spill it everywhere.
Come on, guy, is that good?
It's really good.
It's a little warm.
And is it? And it's zero sugar. Look at that right there.
Always strapped with some Ghost Energy. I'm gonna leave you guys with some for the Radford team.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
See ya. Oh. And that's a wrap. We're coming home with a competition racing license and a whole new set of skills. This experience has shown me the driver I am and the driver that I aspire to be. This next step has opened up a whole new chapter of life, and I'm so excited to see where it's going to take me. Thank you, Radford Racing, and I'll see you guys when we make it back home.